Don't you just love when certain readers say, let's see what you need to know? And then the first card that pop out is the moon. So this is deeply spiritual. What's hidden? Your emotion, your emotional state. Everything is not revealed yet. You don't know if this is an illusion or if this makes someone wants you to pinch them so they know that it's real. With the moon card. And on the bottom is the Ten of Cups. You ever ask for something for so long, collective, and then when you finally get it, you just don't believe it? Like, it's surreal. You just can't believe it's not butter. Like, it's not going to melt. Even when I split the deck, the Six of Swords, the Two of Swords. You can't confuse yourself or talk yourself out of this if you felt like it. And this is a Ten of Cups is a big yes. But I feel like you know the feeling of it feels real. All the feelings about it is correct. You just don't see everything. Everything is yet to be revealed. It's like you're not meant to know everything up front. What's going to happen is you see it. Once you see it, you can't go back to unseeing it. Clear your energy. And on that basis, it has to be respected, because you're gonna have to get out of your head. You're gonna have to not be so cynical. You're gonna have to keep an open mind, clear out any grudges. Don't go seeking advice, because too many opinions, unsolicited or you inquiring, is just gonna ruin it. Let it be a surprise. That's what this tells me. Let it be a surprise. Okay, so on the bottom of clear your energy, that's even more amplified. Protection, call your power back, cut the cord, soul retrieval. What God is about to give you, and I gotta grab my feather for this because I just love my feathers. What God is about to bless you with, you need not tell people. You can't tell everybody, because eyes are very real. People get jealous, people get envious, and people will definitely try to pull a number. They'll try to pull out their best one in all of their sleuth-footedness and try to ruin it. Your best bet is to just enjoy it. So that little black book with all those numbers of people who can do you favors and all that stuff, you got to throw that away, because everything you typically would need as well as want is wrapped up in what's here, what's coming for you. You don't know that this person's about to propose. You don't know that you could be signing contracts for bigger business deals, like how it resonates. Take it how it resonates. You don't know if that you're about to meet your biological parents, and you can't tell nobody because you don't want anybody to scare you out of going through with it, which is scary enough. You know what I mean? So that's nice. So you're going to be singing the praises, or you're going to be thanking God. You're going to be doing a lot more praying. It's going to be celebratory. Ten of Cups is like, yes. Marine Priestess. That's femininity. That's very receptive energy. And then you got the Muse of History. Honestly, some of you are converting. And you're not going to tell nobody at first. You're just going to show up a different way. Because what your ancestors did before you, or what your parents did before you to make ends meet, to protect you, to survive, what their knowledge and education consists of. You know something different. You learn something different. You're inspired to see it through. So when you take the step, I think somebody's scared, to be honest. It feels like taking that first step is scary, but you're inspired to do it. So you're happy, you can have happy tears, you can just be really like overwhelmed with joy, but you're afraid to just take the step. Like, you know, it's the anticipation. That's what it is. It's building the anticipation about it, because you know it's unlocking something for you. It's unlocking Whatever was locked away and with the key thrown away, whatever you were blocked from, you're about to have full access to it now. And it's happening in real time, is what they say. So this could also be somebody releasing their inhibition in a way where they're normally closed off, guarded. Things don't often work out. They often don't work out as planned. So we let things appear just as they do, and be sure to notice how they unfold perfectly. You could have had a premeditated thought of how this is supposed to look. So it's more perfect because it's imperfect. You think about it. The way you want it to unfold or think it should unfold, remind yourself, if it's a previous negative experience seems true to you and stands in the way of your dreams, ask yourself, is this really the truth, or could I look at it from another angle? Could I allow my dreams to come true despite my history? And you do have Muse of History, and you also have Marine Priestess. I feel like someone put jinns on you to keep you stuck, because they operate from a fear-based space. And when I feel like they were accustomed to getting away with things, going about things that way, and they always got away with it. And when it came to you, they didn't get away with it, and it backfired. Because now that spirit, that water spirit, it's like jinns that show up in your dreams. You see what I'm saying? Like if you have a sexually explicit dream, for example, that's a jinn coming to have sex with you in the form of your dreams. And this person can't follow you anymore where you're going. Now what you're doing next is hidden because it's emotional fulfillment. So it's God's plan. And you think about it, it's like going down this spiritual path has all these twists and turns. It's more crooked than the most crooked street in America, which is in San Francisco. If you ever go to San Francisco, Lombard Street is the most crooked street. It's the 1100 block Lombard Street. I walked up and down that street. I rode up and down that street. It's like the hills look like this, straight up like this. It's fun, but it's interesting. You got houses on the street and everything, but it's the most crooked street in the world. It might be in the world or either in America, one or the other. Without further ado, though, what your core beliefs are, that's that, right? So all of what you've been doing naturally annihilates, or it just slows down the natural ebb and flow of the opposing party and what they were trying to do to like hinder you or hold you back. So you're not a victim, it's more so victimized, right? They can't follow you anymore. You continue to clear your energy, call your power back. They have a history of getting away with certain things and they can't get away with it anymore. And now you're hidden. It's like the tables turned. What you were the blind mouse to what this person's core code of ethics, lack of morals, lack of beliefs. You didn't know that they were your true enemy, but they were showing up like they were kumbaya with you, and that wasn't the case, and you felt like you felt a different level of betrayal. Like this is ultimately, it cannot get, you don't think of life in a way where it's like somebody's always out to get you, but you were the blind mouse in the experience, and that's how they ended up getting as far as they did. But once you were made aware of it, you moved differently, and that's the integrity. That is you calling your power back. That was you clearing your energy field. That was you annihilating any form of attachments to follow you around, to block you, to hinder you, to stalk you, to harass you. So things they often don't work out as planned, and you let things appear just as they do, and be sure to notice how they unfold perfectly. You got a soldier next to you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You got somebody who's so passionate, it's not funny. Like, you shouldn't even laugh, even though I'm laughing as I say it, because it's true. You have somebody that's willing to walk the distance with you the way you know how to do it, or maybe they don't know how to. Maybe they're learning something new from you, you're learning something new from them. It's catch 22. You don't live without each other, but you damn sure don't want to I feel like this person, like the package that they come in, is not ideal for neither one of you. It's like a taboo, right? And you're thinking in a space where it's like, well, it has to match. It goes back to what I said about Charlotte and Harry. He loved, as much as he was in love with Charlotte, he didn't want it to be just a fling, but he also had to let her know, if we get married, you need to be Jewish to marry me, so to speak. And she's like, all right, so you're gonna have to give me a reason that I can connect to, right? That would inspire me to want to do this. Like, it has to make sense to me too. And so he said, well, if we were to have children, I would want them to be raised Jewish. And that's where she had to get real. Like, I may not be able to give you children. And she had to explain that to him. And that was a very vulnerable, pivotal point for her. It's like, damn, I finally got what I want. And it's a possibility I can't give him what he needs. And he said, well, then we can adopt. I still want you, even if you can't have kids, right? So it's like, it could be a situation like that. The package is not exactly ideal yet, but you're going on an adventure together, so you're going a distance with each other. But what's still hidden about it is, it's perfect. You could feel like it's perfect for you, even if you can't see what's in store yet. So you're being advised to not let negative experiences, like, okay, to further amplify my point, at their wedding, Charlotte and Harry, they made it to the aisle. Whatever happened led them up. They got married, and everything kept going wrong at her wedding ceremony, and she was crying her eyeballs out because she felt like it was cursed. It wasn't perfect, and she was looking at all the stuff that was wrong with it. And Carrie had to really check her. Like, everybody needs a Carrie in their life. Like, everybody needs a Samantha in their life, etc. Carrie said, you got to chill out with the tears. You have to stop with the tears. You already had the perfect marriage. You already had the perfect wedding. The marriage was shit. It was not perfect. The man couldn't get it up. Her first husband, everything kept going wrong with it. He was rigid. He was uptight. Like, he wasn't showing up passionate like she was. Like, she was putting more into it. Right? Now she was like, look, I think the worse things off, the better the marriage. You don't need a perfect wedding. You need a perfect marriage. Okay? You want to go the distance, right? So if you already, say for example, Harry would have married a Jewish woman, would have broke up with Charlotte. The chemistry ain't the same. He know how you feel about Charlotte, but you got a Jewish woman and is stiff. You don't like her. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes people come in from a different path and they're meant to go the distance with you, but they're not Jewish off the rip. For the sake of how I'm explaining this, it could take it how it resonates. And someone could feel that way about you. It's like, well, I don't know how it's going to work. Why? Because our lifestyles are so different, but we couldn't be more right for each other. I feel like you've known each other for a lot of lifetimes. I don't think this is not stopping someone from pursuing you, and you're not stopping with them neither. I was going to say Six of Cups. You took somebody out. You rescued somebody from boredom with this Four of Cups in reverse. They're no longer discerning. They're reciprocal. So you're showing up for each other with the Six of Pentacles. What's on the bottom is your Queen of Cups. You may feel like that about each other. And I pick movies that stick out to me, like the scenes and stuff, because it gives you the visual up to my point. You see where I'm going with this? The Queen of Swords in reverse. See? That's somebody who's bitter about their separation and their divorce. When somebody finds out I feel like this is both of you. I'm sorry, this is a man who is coming out of that Queen of Swords. Because if you think about it, you put these in an upright, that's fucked up, right? With the Four of Cups, disappointed, cold, not warm, and they're in reverse. So someone you're helping someone nurse them out of being bitter, brash, or upset about what they put their heart and soul into, and it backfired for whatever reason. And these two in the upright with the Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups is like, I do love you. Yes, I know I love you too. So how are we going to ground this with the Six of Pentacles? And you split the six down the middle. That's three and three. That's mastering your craft, mastering yourself, collaboration. Y'all are, that's 50-50. That's like equal give and take. This is why somebody is like, I don't believe this is, I feel like it's real, but it's surreal. Like, I cannot believe this is actually happening. I didn't ever think life would be sunny. Like, certain parts of life could be sunny, but when it comes to this shit, this person was Queen of Swords in reverse. Could be a man or a woman. I feel like someone was not, they stopped being receptive. They, like, nobody speaks to my soul like this person does. And that makes sense with the moon, because the moon and the Ten of Cups was out. So you got, this is why. Because you show up, you bring something different. You offer something different. Even if it's not in the fancy packaging they resonate with, and vice versa. You both are pretty equal in that sense. So it's like you're going to show up. Both of you are going to have to get out of your comfort zone. Both of you are getting out of your comfort zone. If somebody has a heightened intuition and they have deep feelings about you, and you do too, you do too about them. Y'all have history together. Even if it's not in this lifetime, you have a lot of history together. You spiritually know each other. Where you know each other from, I don't know. Look, before I split the deck, the King of Wands is on the bottom. Like, for example, if it was a woman who vowed to never get divorced again. To never get divorced again is to never get married again, right? Without the bitterness. They just 86 it out their whole lifestyle. But that's contradictory. If you lead like a lifestyle of conviction or something like that, you might just want to walk this path alone. This is a loner, like a lone wolf. Well, if you could find a way in your heart to forgive what was a previous negative experience, something is in store for you with this moon and this Ten of Cups. You have there's deep hidden knowledge. That's what that says. That's going to be an ultimate wish fulfillment. It's like the name Malazim. That's an Arabic name, but it's one of God's attributes. His name is Malazim, Malazim. Deep hidden knowledge. You don't know, you're not going to see everything. You're going to feel his presence because the presence is strong. And it's not a stage presence, so it's no acting. Wow, you got a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And a Ten of Pentacles on the bottom to clarify that. So, insecurities, misalignments, rigid. There's not enough money in the world that will make me think it's okay to be here when I know that the spiritual connection, the emotional connection, I'm not physically attracted. Maybe the sex was even bad. If this person had sex with the person, or whoever you thought was your end all be all, or who you wanted to have that with, wherever they ran off to, they are salty because these queens are in reverse. These Ten of Pentacles. Maybe you have residuals. The Ten of Pentacles is a family dynamic. So somebody's in a marriage with an insecure person, thinking about you, happy and reciprocal, like you're being treated so well where you're at and where you're going. You be fake to feel like you shouldn't, like you don't deserve it, like you're not insecure, like you understand the assignment. Whereas previous experiences, if they were deemed negative, or these could be different chapters in your life where it just didn't work out right. Like you could have had a lot of money or a lot of resources, but you were not your best self. It didn't pull out the best in you. It's like you were paid to play small. Naturally, you would not like that replica of yourself. So you come from a very shitty history. Maybe you come from a string of bad mother figures who are just not available, whether they're physically available or not verbally available. Like somebody just they didn't speak life into you. It was no words of affirmation. If they said something, it was pessimistic, it was negative, it was very apathetic, disbelieving. They could even been hypersexualized or hypersexual or oversexualized. Could even be prostitutes. A Queen of Pentacles in reverse with a Ten of Pentacles is like, this could be a stripper. And let me be clear, there's nothing wrong with being liberated and being an exotic dancer. You can be an exotic dancer. This is somebody who may have been prostitution or a porn star. It made her, it could have put this person in millions. They could have earned a lot of money, but they empty inside because you're spiritually depleted behind having sex with everybody. But in this chapter, this is like the fulfilling the other half of your soul's inspiration. Like, you know, this could be God approved, even if it doesn't seem like it at first. Or you could be going about it in a way where it's like, God wouldn't approve of us doing it this way. Let's do it the right way. Since we're here, as long as we're going to be here, as long as we're going to show up every day. The Tower is a sudden realization, is a wake-up call. What's on the bottom? Judgment. The reason that you couldn't make it with those other people is because you weren't using the best discernment, but it's nothing to beat yourself up about. This is two Scorpio energies. One is in reverse, one's in the upright. Somebody is like thinking God. The realization was none of this stuff was God approved. These were all enemies. These were all followers of the devil's plot, for best choice of words. These are people who were meant to derail the both of you away from each other, and it still didn't work. So no matter what they are accustomed to doing to have their way, and these is old bitches in the club. These is older people. These is old hags, or they look old. Like they just seek so much external validation. You put so much negative energy out into the atmosphere, or you direct so much negative energy, and when it ricocheted back, it's like they could be young but look old, act old, sound like life beat them down, and just world weary in the face. Like they just look ridiculous. It's just the whole experience. No matter what they did to stop you, and they put that spirit on you, okay, no matter what they did, you still ended up in the Queen of Cups and the Six of Pentacles anyway. So now they don't have they feel like they had a front row seat. Moving like this towards you, they feel like they had a front row seat in your life, and they could press a button and control the narrative for best, like a gamer. Like you press the button to control the narrative because you got the joystick. They felt like that over you. They felt like they could they could dictate what your life is. It's like a malicious game from somebody watching from afar, but they feel like they have front row seats at the same time. It's like you see this person going, they see you working, they see you building, they see you doing something positive and uplifting for yourself before you can show up for anybody else, and then they want to press a button to derail you or offset you, and they laugh about it. You see what I'm saying? Now they don't have that access no more. They can't see you outsmarted them somewhere along the lines, and because you know God was with you. But now somewhere along the lines, you somewhere in a Ten of Cups, you somewhere Queen of Cups, Six of Pentacles. You see what I'm saying? The community, you're well received by, whether it's a community, a workspace, or family dynamic, you're well received. Because the Six of Pentacles is community based, but it's also family oriented based. It's also friendship based. You know, it is whatever you're doing, whatever you're putting your blood, sweat, and equity in, it's approved. It's well received. People take to you. No matter what was going on in the background, people take to you. And they had some minions that was helping them. These are mature people acting immature. Queen of Swords in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. These are some sorry ass bitches. I said it. I said I wasn't going to curse on this channel, but the message, it implies as it pertains to this message. They just sorry. Okay? And now they are You must have kicked them out of your life, or just created the right kind of distance, or just followed the right discernment, the sudden realization. It's like, maybe my judgment isn't off. It's just lacks common sense. This is somebody who lacks discernment. Obviously, if the person can wreck their own life, what are they going to do in your life? They're going to cause misery, or they're going to cause mishaps. It's not giving them power neither. It's like, don't give them no say so, no influence. People from your past who don't believe what you believe, but they want the residuals and the aftermath, or the byproducts that comes out of what you say you're all about, right? And that's not happening. You're called to clear your energy. You're called to protect yourself, because they still show up in that same stupid bitch energy, and you're the coolest. You see what I'm saying? That's you. This is a family dynamic. This is a history of not so great people, or just choosing. No, they just chose no integrity. They chose to let life beat them down, or let the lifestyle that they chose beat them down, just to say, I'm in the 10 of Pentacles, or I have a wife, or I have a husband, or I have money, I have a house, I have a high-paying career. Like, it is not worth it if they're in the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Like, it got them there, but it's not keeping them there. So they just have, it's like they have all these insecurities and these epic failing tendencies backed up by a strong name. That could never be you. You don't even carry yourself like that. Okay? And you don't lack discernment. It's a sudden realization for them, or just a wake-up call for you. Like, hey, you're gonna have to tighten up your belt a little bit with the clear your energy, and the protection card here. Don't lack discernment and let them come in and expect to have blessings. Your blessings are hidden to them. They being newsy, they being real fake with you to see what you up to. Okay? They still up. That's all they know. You can't teach an old bitch new tricks, man or woman, because there's nothing but queens on this board. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse. Want to brush up with a Queen of Cups in the upright. They think you sweet. They think you're just too forgiving, too soft. Look what they come with. 4 of Cups in reverse. It's like, oh, I figured out the master plan. Okay? I figured out the master plan to get out of my apathy, to get out of my boredom and disappointment. I feel like this is over amplified, like further amplified. Queen of Swords in reverse. Your biggest, so their Einstein idea is to mess with your blessings. And they think that 10 of Pentacles is to be close with you. It's going to save us from poverty. They think you're the 10 of Pentacles. They think they putting all this on you. They think you're going to rescue them from a lifetime of boredom. They didn't do much with their life. They didn't do much with their brain power or their creativity neither. They kind of dumb. Okay? And they really think you are. Okay? Because you don't see that coming. Okay? They see they see you have wish fulfillment, or you're on your way to getting wish fulfillment. And they think, correction y'all, they think that they could just do the same shit they've been doing to press a button to offset you, because they can't beat you. They damn sure they can't join you. God said what he said, and that's that. That's why the moon is here. Because that's your spiritual journey. Everybody thought your spiritual journey, or your path, the path you took, less walked by most people, they felt like that was foolish and immature. So why do they need your foolish, immature residuals that come with it? You're not doing bad, they are. So this next chapter is hidden to them. They're blocked from it. You're being called to block them. Don't speak to them. Don't engage with them. Block them. Or just let them know you have no interest in being bothered. It's a way to say everything. You just say it like it is. The Nine of Swords in the upright. Who's losing sleep? And on the bottom, the Queen of Wands. They just don't believe like you. Look at this shit. The Nine of Swords is them. Pissed off. They stressed out over you. I let that go. Or I betrayed that person. I didn't pray with that person. I didn't make money with that person. I did everything to stop that person, and now it's backfiring. They cannot sleep because they have no peace behind what they did. This is some stupid man or stupid women. Take it how it resonates. All the stuff they thought of you is really them sitting in the Nine of Swords, sitting there with a headache over you. Aha, and the world is on the bottom. You don't have to say aha, I'll say aha for you. Are you being petty? Yes. Aha. No, you just need to, it's page of, say you walked off with the Page of Pentacles and a Five of Wands. You took a different path. You didn't take the chaotic route. You didn't take sitting in a room with people who are spiritually depleted and all kinds of entities and things that they conjure up. You think about this, that the things that they conjure up, it causes chaos. There's no peace. You put that together, that spirit went right back to them, and they don't have no peace. You see what I'm saying? You took a different path. A Page of Pentacles is embarking down a different path. Less walk to man. You didn't mind the bumps and bruises as long as you had peace along the way. So your path looked crazy to them, but when you look at them, they look crazy to you. They look chaotic to you. Okay? You made history. They repeated history. They regurgitated old, outdated belief systems and curses, generational curses. They repeated all of that. And you're not even looking at them. You're looking another way. That's something they can't afford to be over. I feel like the way they see you is your star. You're the one that made it out. There we go. That Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. That's repeating what I just said. What did I just say? Three of Pentacles is collaboration. And the Ten of Cups. They tried to trick you and show up like they're with you, and you can feel it in your spirit. No, they're not. Because they don't do what you do. That Ten of Cups is repeating itself. That's what's hidden. Is that you have real friends, a real spouse, or a better spouse, a real life that's better. It's better, and you're not telling nobody, or you're following your intuition and you're not telling nobody because you know it's scavengers out here. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Okay. It's not just you carrying it no more. You got reciprocity. You have collaboration. They can never survive where you are because the air quality is different. They're going to suffocate. You can never survive where they're at because the air quality is bad. It would really make you suffocate. Isn't that crazy? But it's true. They plotted, they planned, and that Three of Wands is about virtue. They were patient, they were plotting on you, and it's still, look, the Magician's right behind it. Nine of Cups, arrogant, because you evolved. That's a Judgment card. And now the table's turned with the Wheel of Fortune. And they go your King of Cups, who is a spiritual person, who's a star like you. And that Ace of Wands is your new beginning. Is a very sexual healing beginning. It's a loving, loyal, fixed beginning. That's going with this Queen of Cups and this Six of Pentacles. He's coming with you. He's embarking. She's embarking on a new adventure with you. The Ace of Wands. That's for you, not for them. And where are they at? Dead. Somewhere. Ten of Swords. Depleted. got left behind. Everything that hit back, where that 8 of Wands in reverse go? Hold up, y'all. It went somewhere. We're gonna worry about it another time though. There we go. The 8 of Wands in reverse. Everything that they sent to you got ricocheted back to them. Went right in their back. Because they were a poor excuse of a leader or an example for you. I feel like it's bad mother figures, bad, just negative. It could be an aunt, a mother, and they was just shit. They were shitty to you. It can even be men in their distorted energy. Their feminine energy was just very distorted. They were not very receptive or welcoming. They did not welcome you. But they'll take the resources that come from you. That's why that Queen of Pentacles was in the reverse and that 10 of Pentacles was in the upright. That was clarifying it. They'll take the byproducts that come with you. They really dig you like that. Guess what though? You ain't even got to worry about it. Because what that say? Your divorce, final. No more nosing around you, final. That was a dud. 8 of Wands in reverse. That is a hard no. And look, that moon is in reverse. So what doesn't come out in the wash always comes out in the rinse. They didn't know you picked up on it, and that's why you move a certain way. They have no choice but to go back the other way, and you have no choice but to keep on going. Because they made offerings and conjured up stupid shit out of desperation. It wasn't in God's plan to stop you, okay? They were lazy. They have no work ethic. They were just going with the flow, just following. Monkey see, monkey do. Okay, monkey look just like you, dummy. Yeah, they're gonna keep knocking. The devil keeps knocking, but he can't get in. You keep on knocking, but you can't get in. That energy, Little Richard, is significant. Hold on. And when you get in, let's look at this. Let's look at this person right here. When you look at this person, they're going to be so poised and so dapper with you. Mannerism, teeth clean, shoes clean, clothes clean. They're coming with more reciprocal energy because they go your King and Queen of Cups. Like he want to come out, and he's coming with a major arcana in the upright. Just like we started with the moon, major arcana in the upright with the 10 of Cups. That's so cool to me. It's like when you, and this is also you, likewise. This is you showing up in a space of accountability. That's why you got a mental clarity, or maybe a clairvoyance about yourself. You say you have a lot more clarity. So anyway, as I was saying, they were sorry ass leaders. They got what their hands called for. They kept poking and poking and poking. It's giving the impression that they tried this numerous attempts after so many desperate attempts. You see what I'm saying? They stuck with all the burdens and the dirty damages, coming after you with some farce ass hothead, as if you were the one that caught that, or the source of all their misery and all their fucking problems. It can even be people you work with. Friends, neighbors, true enemies, fake friends, true enemies. Do it, because you're about to earn a whole upper echelon level of haters, you know. And that statement, if you don't have haters, you're not doing enough, has got you as far as it's supposed to get you, to this in a way where they're in close enough proximity to offend you or try to cause havoc. You are as mature as you are. You still don't need to be dealing with lesser people, petty people who just want to drag and complain and nag at the behest of you. What they saw in you was a strong leader, a strong parental figure. Even if they had parental figures in their life, it must have been shit, or they were emotionally unavailable. They see something in you that they didn't have. They can envy it, but still desire it at the same time. Anybody who envies you or are jealous of you can't be your friend. It's Emperor in reverse. Sorry ass leaders. Okay? What they dished out is what they got back in return. That is a hard no. And their secret's out. They can't hide no more. Okay? They annihilated you. They isolated you. They wanted to make you feel like something was wrong with you, or something was off about you, because it was something off about you being in that atmosphere. You couldn't grow and expire and expand. Growth and expansion is the whole thing. You couldn't evolve in those spaces. You were forced to leave. They made you feel like you were on your own, or you'd be better off on your own, or shit, whatever happens to you on your own, we don't care. You believe that shit? Like, how inhumane can you be? Sorry ass leaders and piss poor ass parental figures. Eight of Cups. You walked away. You walked away from illusions. Okay? They tried to make you, this even looks like they tried to make you feel like you were silly for what you believed in. Forced your ass out. That's because God is not their friend. So they're going to continuously try to agitate failure. And it's like, I'll even prove it to you. If you don't believe me, that you could feel that y'all not connected at a deeper core level. Your family, your friends, your workspace, you know it's not working because it's constantly putting a rift in your spirit. Right? People constantly competing with you. Competing where they don't even need to be comparing themselves. Okay? This is not God approved. They're not God approved. God let them know in his own mysterious way. You didn't need to see it. But he put them in a position where they are obsessed with you. Because they that's what they worked at. You think about it. If you play basketball long enough, you're going to be really fucking good at it. Look at all the NBA players and WNBA players. They worked at it. Talent means nothing without work ethic. Now think about it from an enemy standpoint. If all they do is worry about you, they're damn good at it. And guess what? They're stuck in that cycle of worrying about you. Now they got to watch you, and they're worried because there's nothing they can do. It's nothing about your residuals that's ever coming back to them. They stole, they lied, they cheated, they faked, they did all kinds of stuff. There was no love. They didn't love you. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. They just wanted to steal from you. They made a farce 10 of Pentacles for themselves, dick and eating off of your plate. And they don't give a damn about you. So leave them there. If it resonates, like, share, and subscribe. Because where you're going with this King of Cups, this star, like about him or her. Like, this who you turned out to be. Okay? You went by yourself. You started off in that receptive energy. People receive you well. Like, they gave you your flowers. You turn out a made man. Right? And it's still somebody that's willing to go the distance with you. Okay? It's still somebody who's just like you. Male and female replica of each other, if you want to put it like that. Okay? You still got somebody that's right there with you that'll pray with you, not pray on you. Okay? So, okay. If it resonates, like, share, subscribe. Don't you tell nobody where you're going.